Hey everyone, Redza here and welcome back to another episode of ICYMI. In today's episode, we'll talk about the new Samsung Galaxy S22 series. We'll also talk about the Redmi Note 11 launch in Malaysia. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. You might have heard that Malaysia is thinking about opening up its borders soon. Here's the current situation. The cabinet will discuss the proposed opening of Malaysia before a decision is reached. This is according to Defense Minister Datuk Seri Hishammuddin. The issue will require input from other ministries like Health and Finance before a final decision is made. The announcement by NRC Chairman Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin on Tuesday that the country's borders can be reopened as early as March 1st was only a proposal. The NRC also proposed that the borders could be opened without mandatory quarantine. But after all, these just are proposals. The NRC does not have any mandate to make a final decision on the matter, and it'll have to be brought to the cabinet or the special committee to address COVID-19 that is chaired by the Prime Minister. Are you a close contact? Here's when you should conduct a COVID-19 RTK self-test. Malaysia's Health Director General Dr. Noor Hisham has provided recommended guidelines on when to test yourself. According to his tweet, you should perform a self-test in the following situations. If you're experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, if you're in close contact of a COVID-19 positive case, in which case you should test 5 days after contact, and if you're going to attend a gathering or event. These guidelines are quite similar to the ones by the CDC, which say that if you're in close contact, you should self-test after at least 5 days, and then test again in 1 or 2 days. Regardless whether you're positive or negative, you should still submit your COVID-19 self-test results to MySejahtera. And if you're negative but still experiencing symptoms, then you should seek medical attention. Unlike the RT-PCR test, the RTK tests are typically used for screening and it detects positive cases only during your most infectious period. This is one of the reasons why you should test at least 5 days after your close contact instead of immediately when you're aware of the positive case. Xiaomi Malaysia has officially launched the Redmi Note 11 series in Malaysia. There are a total of 4 models, which include the Redmi Note 11, 11S, 11 Pro, and the 11 Pro 5G. In terms of specs, the models are quite similar but have slight differences between each other. The Pro and Pro 5G get a 120Hz 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display, while the 11 and 11S bring it down to 90Hz and 6.43 inches. The base model gets a 50 megapixel main camera, while the rest bump it to 108 megapixels. All of them get an 8 megapixel ultra-wide and a 2 megapixel macro, and all but the 5G model gets a 2 megapixel depth camera. The base model has a 13 megapixel front camera, while the other models have a 16 megapixel front camera. The base model runs on a Snapdragon 680, the 11S and 11 Pro runs on a MediaTek Helio G96, and the 5G runs on a Snapdragon 695. The 11 and 11S supports 33-watt fast charging, while the other two get 67-watt fast charging. Lastly, they feature dual speakers, a headphone jack, a side fingerprint sensor, and face unlock. Here's the official pricing for the Redmi Note 11 series in Malaysia. The 4GB RAM Note 11 goes for 749 ringgit, the 6GB RAM Note 11 goes for 799 ringgit, the 6GB RAM version 11S goes for 899 ringgit, and the 8GB RAM version of the 11S goes for 999 ringgit. As for the Pros, the 6GB RAM 11 Pro goes for 999 ringgit, the 8GB RAM 11 Pro goes for 1099 ringgit, the 6GB RAM 11 Pro 5G goes for 1199 ringgit, and the 8GB RAM 11 Pro 5G goes for 1299 ringgit. They also have some early bird promos and free gifts. The 4GB RAM Note 11 is currently going for 699 ringgit, while the 6GB RAM Note 11S is going for 799 ringgit. The other two 11 and 11S models come with free Redmi Buds 3 when you order online. The Pro and Pro 5G will be available later, but can be pre-ordered from the 11th to the 18th of February. The 6GB RAM 11 Pro will go for 949 ringgit and will come with free Mi True Wireless Earbuds Basic 2. Meanwhile, the 6GB RAM Pro 5G will go for 1099 ringgit and comes bundled with a free Redmi Buds 3. For the other Pro variants, online pre-order customers will get a free Mi Smart Band 6. The Samsung Galaxy S22 series just launched. The 3 models are the S22, S22 Plus, and S22 Ultra. Let's go over the specs. The S22 gets a 6.1-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh and 240Hz touch sampling rate. The S22 Plus bumps this up to 6.6 inches, and the S22 Ultra gets a bigger 6.8-inch Edge QHD Plus display. The S22 and S22 Plus have a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, a 50 megapixel wide, a 10 megapixel telephoto, and a 10 megapixel front camera. The S22 Ultra gets a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, a 108 megapixel wide, two 10 megapixel telephotos, one with 3 times and another with 10 times optical zoom, and a 40 megapixel front camera. Powering the devices, the S22 gets a 3700 mAh battery, the S22 Plus gets a 4500 mAh battery, and the S22 Ultra gets a 5000 mAh battery. Both can be charged wired and wirelessly, but the S22 Plus and Ultra support 45-watt fast charging. They all run on Android 12, support 5G, and have a IP68 rating. Here's the official pricing for the Samsung Galaxy S22 series in Malaysia. If you pre-order any of these devices until the 3rd of March 2022, then Samsung Malaysia is providing exclusive rewards and freebies worth up to 1317 ringgit. This includes things like an 800 ringgit e-voucher, a silicone cover with strap, a lucky box, a camera filter mount, as well as a Safari twin pen. There's also a promo where you can receive a 45-watt USB-C charger worth 199 ringgit for free when you buy the Galaxy S22 series with the promo code GS22VIPSC via Samsung Malaysia online store. So that's it for me today. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to Soy Chin Chow, follow our TikTok, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!